Okay, so I already created the project and everything. Usually it's not the BA's responsibility to create the board. It's usually the project manager's responsibility, but I have experience with this product very well, so I know how to use it. Okay, so if you guys can see my screen, first thing I want you to do, if you guys have already logged in, is go to on the top of the bar, the second tab should say projects. If you could please click that.
Hey, hold on. So, hey guys, I'm trying to create my account. It says choose an avatar. What is that?
You can skip that. That's usually like choose the picture or something. It's not anything important.
Yeah, just hit next on that. I didn't make an avatar as well.
Okay, just hold on.
Hi, Kasturi, did you send me the email again?
No, I didn't get, actually, I didn't find your email. Can you please tell me what is your email?
I'll put it in the chat box.
Okay.
Okay, now I didn't create any avatar, but I now next step I have explore the current project, create an issue.
So did you click on the projects up top? Do you see where I'm clicking projects?
Okay, hold on. Let me see project.
Repeat the three options that you have. It's 3 circles, right? It's 3 links. Create a project, explore the project, or something like that, right?
Yeah, I have same stuff here. I have 3 options: explore the current project, create an issue.
Explore the current object. Go to explore the current object project. I mean.
Okay, now I have Epic website.
Yeah, that's the project you're going to be working on.
Now you want to click projects and Epic website. Yep.
Kasturi, did you email me or leave it? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second.
And right when from there, you got to go to boards, I believe. And then from boards, you would go to, it comes up, the backlog and all that stuff. That's why I just got here.
Yep.
Epic, yeah, from boards, you go to Epic website. This JIRA, right? That's how it's pronounced?
Yeah, it's JIRA. All right, Kasturi, for some reason I didn't get your email. Can you just leave it in the chat box and I'll just add it right here?
Okay, I'm doing it.
All right, let's see. Okay, Kasturi, I sent it out.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. I guess I'll wait 2 seconds for Kasturi to catch up, and then we can go from there. I listed the Epic Infotech website in the chat box. Can everyone please go to that?
Yep.
Okay, so here the project is going to be, we are the consulting group, right? So we want to market ourselves. The business value is we want to market ourselves, want to explain what we are all about, and have an easy way to just market ourselves and show our business value, as well as if somebody needs to contact us. The project is going to be, we are going to create this homepage right here. Okay. If you look here, we have a navigation bar menu. Give me 1 second. Let me break it apart like this. Hold on. Okay. So this is your feature 1. This is a full feature right here. You have a home button, you have about tab, you have services, you have clients, you have the careers, contact, etc. Okay. So first feature is going to be, we are going to be creating all this whole thing right here. Okay. We are going to be creating this. Now each one is going to be different. So you're going to have a home tab, about tab, service tab. So how many user stories are we going to have here? We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different user stories here that this is breaking apart. Okay. In there, now this is going to be one. Second part is the body of the website. Okay. What do we have in the body of the website here? We have an image. Okay. So this is the image we should see. You guys are going to be creating all these requirements. I'm giving you guys an example, and then you guys are going to be asking Mohammed questions on as he explains what he wants created. So, but this is the general idea. So I want to create this image right here. Okay. This is going to be the body. So that in the body of the website, we have this image. Under there, we have this text, right? So we have this text. Under there, we have a paragraph. Okay. Then we have inside. Then under there. So basically, we have paragraphs. Don't worry about this image. That's fine. And then the third thing is the contact bar. Okay. So the third thing we're going to do is create the contact bar, which is where did it go? This thing right here. So first thing, as a business analyst in an agile environment, we've created the epic. These are the high-level scope items. Now you have to ask the product owner has the vision of this website. He wants this created. Now you have to write the user stories as he explains to you what needs to happen. Okay. So for the sake of the argument, this is going to be one story, this whole bar right here. So in there, what do we have? We have a home tab, about tab, service tab, client tab, this and that. It's going to tell you all different stories. So you're going to write one user story that explains what that shows this requirement. Okay. And the second thing in the stories is going to be what happens when you hover over it. Okay. And then you're going to create this page, and that's there. So we are going to have to first create the product backlog. When we go to the backlog, okay, we are already created the epic for us. So now once we're in there, we need to create an issue. Okay. So once you're in here, what you do is you hit the C button. When you hit the C button, you go to, now since the epic is already created, what we're going to do is we're going to click story. You're going to give a summary of the story. I'm just giving a few examples. What is this? The navigation bar. Okay. Now the requirement has to be written in this way. As a user, I should, please take note of this. I should see whatever you should see so that I can okay. So here's how the user story will be written. I'm just giving you guys a real quick example. Okay, so now the requirement is what? There's multiple requirements here, but this is the one. So we have a home button, about tab, service, client, projects, careers, etc. Right? So home, about us, services, I'll just say. You guys get the idea. I'm not writing the story, but I'm just explaining what happens. And then what you guys are gonna do is you guys are gonna link. You see the bottom page right here? It's gonna be the epic. You guys are gonna link it. One second. Hold on just a second, guys. Okay, so we're gonna write the story like I showed you guys. Where didn't it work? Okay, there you go. So so we're gonna write the story like I showed you guys. You guys are gonna use the epic link right here to link it to whatever epic it goes to. And then you guys are don't worry about the story point at this point. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, Shahzad, you want to take over from here, please? Mohammed, are you on mute?
Yeah, sorry, I was talking on mute. Yeah, sure, I can.
Okay.
Or you can create one user story and then you can,
Okay, I'll create one user story. Let's see. Okay, so this user story that I'll create right now is just going to be the titles, okay? The second user story you guys are going to create are going to be something, what happens when you hover over each story, each one, okay? So I'll just create this right now.
With each navigation bar, you mean, or when you hover over the navigation bar? Okay.
Each navigation bar, when you hover over it, what happens?
Okay.
You know? So you wouldn't know what happens until somebody gives you that requirement. All right, let's see. user. I should see the navigation bar. And this is not all. I want you guys to understand this is not done in just one day. This takes a while to do. This is all part of the whole thing of the project management.
So I remember in one of my notes I have written a SharePoint website. Is this considered a SharePoint website?
No, this is not a SharePoint. This is a project management site. This is more like a project management tool. SharePoint is like a Google Docs place. Okay, you know what a Google Docs is, right, Kash?
Yeah.
Okay, so SharePoint is like that. We share all our work on there, right?
Okay, got it.
So
and who can access? Everyone can access in a project. Everyone, the project manager, BA, everyone can access to this JIRA website.
Yeah, you have to get access to it.
Right.
You just like access all the project.
Just like Rahul give you access, so that the same way there is like a admin that who have access. So that person
I
grants
am the admin.
everybody.
Okay, got it.
So just like that, just what happened, like, Rahul took the emails and sent everybody link, and there you guys enter your password and all that. Then only you guys will have that access to that project. It's everything is in cloud, like, the whole this like the software that is a cloud, in cloud. So and this is like, totally like a secured environment. Only you guys will have access. Nobody else in the organization, other who are not assigned to this project, will have access to this, like, like project. So that is like, this like particular project site. And the SharePoint site has like kind of similar behavior too. In SharePoint site there are material that is available, and there are like a security restriction on the documentation. Some documents are available to anybody who can, like, browse that SharePoint site, and some documents are only available like if you get access approved by the owner of that project, who created that project in at SharePoint. Okay. And the one more thing with the SharePoint is kind of intranet. Okay, that is only accessible, like, within the organization. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rahul.
Okay, so I created this user story. I want you guys to remember that I just to recap on the parent and child relationship, parent and child stories here. The parent is the epic, okay? Basically under that is the child story, which is this, okay? These are JIRA terms, by the way. And epic is a scope item, okay? So this, under this scope item, we have this. So you imagine having 300, 400 stories. If you don't have a story, if you don't have an epic to them, it's going to be very hard to keep track of. Plus, this navigation bar has a lot of features inside of it. This is just one story that has to be done. The second story is going to be what happens when you hover over it. That's going to be a second story. Then what happens if you click a tab and there's something in the back? That's going to be third story, fourth story, etc. So that's just one thing. Now, if you have all this stuff going on, it cannot all be completed in a sprint. Same thing with the body of the website, the contact bar, etc. Now, even though these are all grouped that way, it is the PO decides which ones are going to go. Okay, navigation bar, we have the list. That's fine. I don't care about the hovering part. Let's have the body website. Okay, we'll create that next. So, yeah, Shahzad, you can go from here. Thanks. Are you talking on mute?
Yep. So, all right. Okay.
So yeah, Shahzad, let's just have them create a navigation bar, throw some user stories separate. All right, I will be back.
Okay. All right, so everybody now understand what is user story, right? I sent you guys material just like a few minutes back, okay, just to help you understand that user story is basically requirement that we document, okay, but it is just a specific format we document that requirement, okay, and that format is like as a user, whoever is the user, and what is their want and what is the objective, why they want that, okay. So that is the like format for the user story, okay. So just like Rahul mentioned, Rahul, have you created that user story? Okay.
Right there, that navigation bar list in the backlog. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, right there. You click it, story. Yeah, it's right there.
All right. So
And then you just EW4. Click EW4.
EW4.
Top.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So just like that, this is a user story. Okay. As a user, I want to see the navigation menu so that when I click on that, so that I can click the various different tabs to get the information. Okay. So that is like one requirement that you documented. Okay, and what is the acceptance criteria? Okay, acceptance criteria is basically conditions that should, like, what would be the look and feel of that navigation bar, okay, and what should be the color, what should be that navigation bar should look like, okay. Like if we are saying like if it is like epic website, so okay.
Shahzad, just hit the
You need to add
in the bottom.
ch at the end, right?
Just hit advance on the bottom, Shahzad, and it'll take you there. On the bottom, all the way in the bottom.
Okay.
Yep, go down. You can
Okay.
Spellings are. Have you checked the spellings?
Okay, your connection is not private. A checker might be trying to steal your information.
Yeah, I have the same issue with this one. So I probably
It's working
Google
on
it
my.
later.
I mean, I can see it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's something security from Microsoft.
okay, all right. So let's see other. This
more information. Yeah,
site certificate.
there we go.
Oh, okay, all right. So basically, like there. Just give a moment.
So what did you do here?
Hello?
Yeah, Rupesh.
So what did you do here?
Oh,
He basically went to Windows Explorer
oh yeah,
instead
that's
of
like,
like
there's like
change the
some
browser.
security certificate that is expired. That's why it is doing this, like, So SSL layer, that is security layer. If you have, it's more kind of networking thing, I guess, that you can get that secure server, and then your address will be HTTPS, that is secured. So that certificate got expired. So that is why it is like, acting like this. Okay. So anyway, so this is the navigation bar. That is the navigation bar. Okay. So this is what, the like navigation bar should look like, this. So you have to, in the acceptance criteria, what you document, like what you need to verify. Okay, you verify that there the navigation, the following tab must be on the navigation bar or navigation menu: home, about us, servers, click, and this. Okay, are and contacts. Okay, so this is one user story. Okay, now you can like everybody can create one user story using uh this epic website. Okay, so second thing is like, so usually, like, you as a business analyst ask the question, like, if I will be okay, all right, this is you know what you want. Okay, what will be what else, like, want to you verify, what else you want in your navigation bar. Okay, so this is what I told that, okay, if the following tab must have, okay, these, like, like tabs. Okay, navigation bar or navigation menu must have these tabs. What else? Okay, then I'll say, like, uh, color of the navigation bar should follow standard organization color scheme. Okay, okay, what else, like, what else question that you can ask? I mean, just common sense. That's not like kind of a rocket science.
Font.
What
Yeah, that's exactly font. Okay, what font should be?
what what information when you hover over like about us or services, what information you want it to show?
Right,
That could be another user story, Ash. We're talking about the look and feel of the
right.
Uh,
Font size, font
Okay, but
type.
just
there's one other point that in the car that can be documented. Okay, what font should be? Okay, and the uh font should be standard. Font should be standard as per.
Mouse over effect.
Okay, then like
what, can we put where is it going to be? Where
you
is it going to be located?
get the cursor over the bar, it should change. It should hover. Okay, what else?
where the location of the navigation bar is going to be exactly, maybe?
Location of the navigation bar should be on
What will happen when you hover over a certain tab and a drop down menu comes up?
And also, how much? I mean, I don't know how much space the navigation bar should be taking.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
so
get
picking up the
it goes on for days.
under company name. Okay, and then there,
Each tab should be enabled when you hover.
right. So usually, like for that they will say, okay, the okay, and it should follow organization standards for color, font, and
Font size.
let me see, extra. So this is like kind of one user story. Okay, so the other user stories, that's then each like about us. Okay, next user story can be as a user, when I go to the like I go to the navigation bar and click on the tabs. The tab should be clickable on the navigation bar. Okay, that can be a next user story. Okay, so basically, like the user story is kind of a unitary work, right? It should be independent. Okay, it should follow the invest criteria, like it should be independent, avoid any dependency with other tasks or other user stories. Okay, and it should be negotiable, not like some like hard and fast like thing where the developer don't have that much margin to for, I mean, it shouldn't be solution. Okay, it should be like a requirement, it should be just the need described. Okay, and then it should be valuable, each user story should be adding some value. And estimable means, like they can development team can estimate that user story. It should be small. Okay, and it should be testable, that they can test that. All right, so like one user story is just like we can further divide this like this user story into multiple user story. Okay, the epic may be just I need a navigation bar, that is an epic. Okay, and then there will be 5 6 user story for under that navigation bar user story, that will describe, okay, I need that navigation bar should have these. This is one functionality. Okay, then I need that navigation bar should be like a have the tab should be clickable, that is another functionality. Okay, then similarly, like that we can divide those user story too. Okay, so all right, so now I want you guys to create, like pick up one item. Okay, somebody can pick a like home. Okay, and ask question, create a user story on home page. Okay, and then about us, services, clients and project. Okay, and career, contacts. So create user stories like for each of the item. Okay, so like right now, you guys ask question. Okay, for homepage, I would like that the homepage should be like simple. It should have like picture over there. Okay, and also it should have address in the bottom, and the link of LinkedIn in the bottom. I want also other link at the top on the homepage too. Okay, so that is the homepage. And about us, I want that when I click on about us, it should take me to the next page, and that page should tell about us information. And then that's what my need is. It should also have that contact us like form too, and the same the header information and the top information should be the same. Okay, and the services, I want that services icon to be like drop down menu, because we have many services that we offer. So I would like it as a drop down menu with all that uh, services that we offer details in the drop down menu, and by clicking on each, it should take me to that particular service page where we have that service information as well as like contact us information. Okay, and then I would like that clickable client and projects tab. And when I should click over that tab, it should take me to the client and project page, and that should have a different kind of internal project information and client project information. Okay, and the same thing, I want contact us form in almost every page. Okay, and one more thing, I want like a different images for each page. Okay, then the career one I would like as a drop down menu too. When I click on career, it should take me to the career page, and whatever the available jobs, and that should be there. And then there should be like a education and on bench menu. Education bench, like whatever the education policy or organization has, it should like show over there. I'll provide the content. And on bench, it should be password access page that will be only accessed using that password which was provided by the admin. Okay, and then contact page should give you the contact information. Okay, it should show a map and also contact us page, and map should have be like Google map, and should be able to somebody want to navigate, should have that capability too. Okay, so this is the whole product vision. So based on that, now everybody pick one thing one by one. And then, so Akash, you can pick that about us page. Okay, Asif, you can take services, and Kasturi, you can take home page, and Rupesh, you can take uh, like contact page, and Sarvagan, you can take career page. Okay, and create user stories. And already given you acceptance criteria, but if you have any question, you can ask me.
Okay, so if we're doing it that way, everyone create individual epics, okay, for about us, services, client, projects, careers, contacts, and then build it from there.
All right. So if anybody needs like a tool information, how to use that, where to how to create, so you can Rahul can show tell you that. Okay, and if you want to Rahul quickly give you again the demo, so you note it down.
Sure.
He can do that too. Rahul, give a a demo, like create one user story.
Okay, so first, actually, since we're going to create the epics, right? Each one's going to be separate epics because each one. Okay, so let's see. first, what we're going to do is obviously you go to project, you go to website. That's our project, right? Then you see a backlog item. This is your backlog. You create an epic. So this epic is going to be about us. Summary is going to be okay. So now we created the about us epic. This is going to create this whole page now. So what you can do is you can hit the C button on your board right here, and then from summary you can put the summary. Let's see what it is. Let's give an example about us. Okay. So, about us. About us. Actually, about us page, about us image. So we'll just create about us page layout. The user I should see. Set the criteria. It should have an image, about us, and contacts. Okay. This is just a layout. So this is just talking, should have an image in the middle. Paragraph. It's going to be,
You guys ask question if you guys like have and start creating your user stories too.
this is just one example I'm giving. So the way Shahzad did it, you can break that down. It's up to you as a BA how you want to break your user stories down. Okay. So you could break it down either way. The way I created mine was basically the navigate. Okay, so I linked it. So okay, so the about us page layout. So I just explained pretty much how this page should look. I didn't explain the colors. I didn't explain anything. I just said there should be an image in the middle. Under there should be about us, contact us. Okay, so that's all it is.
Right.
Now you guys can create another.
And secondly, it's just not like once they given and you have written down that's final. No, it doesn't happen like that. It's like next meeting there will be again review, next meeting there will be again review, until like and finalize. You will take that user story, document that requirement in your session, and go back, and then you will create it. You will think about it, what question you can ask. Okay, and you can discuss and all that, and then you know like final will happen when you product owner will say, yeah, that's what I want. Okay, that's the final. Then there will be a review of that user story in grooming meeting before it will turn into defined. And that grooming meeting happens between who are the participants of grooming meeting?
Stakeholder.
Nope, that's wrong.
The team.
Yep.
Development
Product
team.
owner, product owner,
Owner.
BA, and the development team,
That's
Scrum Master.
right. That's
Scrum Master.
Scrum Master is the facilitator of that meeting. Okay, and product owner and the BA, that is a product team, and the development team is the development team. So the basically three, product owner, a product owner, Scrum Master, and development team. These are the participant of grooming meeting. And product owner or BA, that is kind of the team. Okay, when I say product owner, the BA can be product owner, or he can be working with the product owner. Both scenarios can are possible. Okay, so any question?
So once everyone does their user stories tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll just role play this as a real agile project. So once all the user stories are done, tomorrow we'll review, and then we'll do backlog grooming, and then we'll play this whole thing out this week.
Great. Can you please explain who's doing what? I mean, as Shazad said, Asif is doing services, or like how you have divided these things. Can you
Okay,
please?
so yeah, just like
So I'm doing contact us, I believe.
pick one feature. Sometime what happens, they have 2-3, they wanna finish that a requirement session early or quickly. They have 2-3 BAs working together. Okay, in that situation, first BAs meet and divide work among themselves. Okay, and right now I divided it for you guys. Okay, so I given you guys pick up one feature, doesn't matter who is doing what. It's your team that you decide. Okay, hey, I will be doing this, so everybody knows you are working on that, and the other, everybody speak up their feature, and then start writing it. Okay, when you will be, I'll give you 5 minutes to write it, and then one by one, or it's almost 7 going to be. I can let you guys hang on to that and write it and bring it tomorrow in the beginning of that, we will go over all the user story that you have written, and we will groom them. Okay, we will see what is in the acceptance criteria, what we can add, what we don't need. Okay, all that we will discuss. And one more thing, there is nothing right or wrong. Whatever you will do, everything will be right. There is no right and wrong in analysis. Okay, so you heard
Right.
the product vision. This is the way they will go over the product vision, and you will go back and create that features or user story. And next time you will bring up, then you will start that meeting, and you will say, okay, all right, this is what I noted down. Okay, this feature I was working on, and this is the user story. I maybe one user story, maybe two user story, maybe five user story. Doesn't matter. Whatever the number of user story you can on that particular feature that you took, you can write it. Okay, make sense? Any question?
Yeah. So what about services? Like services have like many drop down buttons in it. So how I will be explaining them? I should just give the list of these things, or I will be explaining the pages linked to them and how the page look like, or I mean, like, do I will have to define every step, or
You
I will
just
just
you just
mention?
like yeah. So you just wrote the user story in the user story format. Okay. I will again give you. I am giving you the product vision. I am giving you both like acceptance criteria and the requirement. So you have to understand what is the requirement I am giving and what is the acceptance criteria I am giving. Okay. The services, like the feature I want when you take the cursor to the service, it should be a drop down. Okay.
Right.
Then I want that when you click on the service, it should take to the services page. Okay. And services page would have all the services that are available. Okay. And
Okay.
mhm.
Mohammed, could you please hover your cursor to the contacts?
Okay. And for
Contact.
the contact, my requirement is when you bring the cursor to the contact, it should highlight the contact. It should be clickable. Okay. And once when something is clickable, usually this hand appear. That means it's clickable. Okay. Contact should be clickable. And when you click on the contact, it should take to you the contact page. And on contact page, I would want like a Google Map. I want contact us form. Okay. And the rest are the standard. Okay. So any question from
Okay.
anybody? So who is doing the contact?
Me, Rupesh.
Ropesh. Who is doing the carrier?
Sarvagan, yep.
All right. And who is doing the client and project? Okay. Who is doing the services?
Asif, me, and me.
Okay. Who is doing about us?
Oh, me. I'm doing about us.
Okay. All right. And then who's doing the home page?
I will do.
Okay. All right. So everybody got anybody left who didn't got the feature?
Everyone, at least a minimum of 3 user stories. 2 or 3 would be okay.
Yeah, at least try to create like a 3 user stories, like split the user story, right? Create one, then think about how you can split it. Okay. Like just I explained, like in one user story can be just like as a user I want the contact tab clickable. Okay. Then I want when as a user I want when I click on the contact tab, it should take to me to the next page. That can be second. Okay. And then third can be on the contact page. As a user I want Google Map. Fourth can be on contact page I want a different image, a specific image to contact. Okay. As a then fifth can be as a user I want on contact page I want a contact us form. Okay. Then in that form there'll be whole acceptance criteria. On that form there should be like a name, there should be email ID, there should be mobile number, there should be message, there would be submit button. And once somebody submit, it should go to that main organization email or something. That would be the acceptance criteria. Okay. Similarly, acceptance criteria for the map would be like it should show a Google Map. It should also highlight where the office is located. Okay. It will should highlight that. And the map should have like both like satellite and the map. It should have all Google Map functionality. Okay. It should be able, there should be able to map should be able to get like full page too. Okay. So all that would be the acceptance criteria. Okay. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, so now you guys, it's kind of a real project that you guys have to do, and this is how you will be doing in the a real world. Okay. So let's meet tomorrow and create user stories and acceptance criteria. If you have anybody have any question or anything, I will be posting this sending this video to today's video to you guys. And if you have anything that from that video, you can go to the video and see that. And if you have any question, note it down and ask tomorrow. Okay, and I would like
Yeah, you guys
everybody create something, at least one user story, 3 user story that Rahul asked. At least create 3 user story. I really don't want to hear this thing from tomorrow that like you haven't created any. Okay.
Sure.
All right then.
and I'll shoot a quick email out with directions too, so you guys
How to
don't forget.
create that. Okay. All right. That sounds good. Thank you everybody for joining today.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Mohammed,
Yeah.
stay on for 5
Thank
minutes.
you.
Thank you.
All right, bye guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Shazad.
Yeah.
Okay, that went okay, I guess.
Yep. That's better.